Okay, there we go. Hello, viewers. I'm back after a while hiatus. I apologize. I had to get new save up for a new laptop because my previous one died of causes, and I got this. But I'm back now, and I'm here to talk about my latest review, SummerSlam. Oh boy, what a hell of a point to talk about. Let's get right dive into it. Now I didn't get a chance to watch the pre-show, but I'm pretty sure by around the around the tweets down the screen below the pay-per-view that I think RVD won somehow, or if he didn't, then I'll check. I get a chance to check that yet. I apologize. So if he didn't win, well, I don't really much to talk about that subject because I don't know. I'm an RVD fan, so if he win, congratulations. If he lost, well, he probably lost cheating of the Shield or something. I don't know. But wait, let's move on to the actual pay-per-view. So we start out with um, JoJo. I think his name JoJo singing the national anthem. She's not that bad actually. She's pretty good of a singer. I give her props for that. She did pretty good. Well, I'm Canadian, so I was just sitting there waiting. No offense, but that's kind of how I am. So yeah, it was a good opening. I love the Miz. Oh, the Miz was a very good host. I liked his energy. Yeah, I give him credit for that. I also give credit to Fandango, who kept interrupting him constantly. I think that was just to get the crowd all hyped up. I mean, personally, I don't do this thing. I mean, I kind of do, just to add them in the mood. It's alright. I just liked what, but actually, I'll just talk about the whole that subject out of the way. Get out of the way. So Fandango multiply interrupted the Miz throughout his whole talking, and the Miz eventually got pissed and smacked him out. The one I liked before was he took I think it was Renee Young or I don't know, it was someone I can't remember the diva's name, and he just out Fandango. This is supposed to lead up to a rivalry. They're doing a pretty good job at it. It was a good time put a little gap there for time in between matches. So let's see. What was the first match? Oh, right. The first match was. Oh God, I can't. Hold on. No. Right. I'm sorry. Oh, I am I'm surprised this was the first match of the night. We got Kane versus Bray Wyatt in a ring of fought. Well, okay, it was an Inferno match. I mean, come on, Ring of Fire. That, yeah, freaking PG-13 era. Oh God. And yeah, I would say it was exactly like an Inferno match because if you ever play any of the WWE games previously, whenever you throw someone down to the mat in an Inferno match, the fire would lit up, and that kind of what happened here. So it was pretty much an Inferno match, just I think was toned down a little bit. Kane was on fire this whole match. You know, he was pretty good. Bray Wyatt, I kind of knew he wasn't that good of a technical guy, you know, from his Husky Harris days, but you know, he was still he proved his character very well. He was really in that moment, him and Kane. I think it was a very good match. And the fact how the other two guys were trying to get in the ring were some hilarious moments. So Kane delivers, I believe it was two choke slams to the mat, and then he was about to go all Undertaker on him with the Tombstone Power Driver, and then oh, what do you know? They find a way to get in the ring, and then you know they cause Kane to lose. But the end of the match really got me. It's when they carried Kane off. Now this is gonna lead to Kane becoming a new member of the Wyatt family. We'll take some of this hair and put it here, but for the beard. No, I like where this story is going. It's like one of the best storylines we got so far in the WWE. I'm like, I know personally, I'm not really into the whole follow the buzzards cult thing, but I just like where the story's going. I want to see what happens more. Like, where the hell did they take Kane? That's what I want to know. I can't wait for Raw later tonight. Yeah. Okay. So I believe the next match. So the match to me was I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Just the whole match entirety the whole match in its entirety and the ending. So yeah, I like that. Well, we got next. The match next was I felt was a little too quick. I think it was like a quick 15-minute match. It was Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. I loved the energy they both got. It was a great match between the two. And I can't remember what that specific move Cody used. I think it was the Brainbuster, but it was so impressive. I'm surprised Cody didn't injure himself, because, God, he must have fucked his neck somehow. That was just, ugh. But, so I think Cody believes going for a reversal, and then Damian counted somehow, and then he came from behind, dude, the crossroads, and that's how he won that match. It was a very quick match. I didn't like the fact it was quick, but it was good. It was clean. I liked it for the most part. It was a good match. I thought that they both delivered solid. So I give that match 2.5 out of 5 because I thought it was too quick now, but I thought the match should have had something on the line like that briefcase or something just a bit more. I felt like the chemistry could have been way bigger just for that match. Could have been a whole lot more better. But again, just my opinion. Tell me your opinions of how SummerSlam went. Leave it in the comments for the last two topics I talked about, including Miz and Fandango. So third match, which was highly anticipated for me, was Alberto Del Rio and Christian for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I'll admit, I used to be a Del Rio fan. I really was. He was a good champion in my eyes, a good wrestler. But he's just gotten so stale in the last couple of weeks. I was hoping they'd give Christian the title. Not just because I'm Canadian, because I've been a Christian fan since, like, a long time. Not a big Christian fan, but a fan nonetheless. And the fact that Alberto Del Rio still won the match after all that, it just kind of disappointed me. Good effort to the both. Nice, the great match. I really got into it. That was a 4 out of 5 match. It was good. It was so good, but I don't know. And then he gave this big speech. To tell you the truth, I thought Rey Mysterio was gonna come out and interrupt him or something, but I guess the fact that the Mexican people really do love Del Rio more than I thought. It's the fact that he's still champion, at least to me. I guess that's why, because you could hear that in the crowds that night. Again, just my opinion. But it could have been better. It could have been better for Christian to get that title. I don't know. They really have so much, but for what? That was just... man. They should have gave him more. He should deserve more. As for everything he's got from me. They built it up so much, and for nothing. He could have been a good champion. Man. But I'm just getting ahead of myself. So let's see. So we got Natalya and Brie Bella. Now, personally, I didn't watch the match. I didn't really care for it. I mean, Natalya won. I saw the ending. She tapped. Brie Bella tapped out. It's over with. Let's move on. 2 out of 5. No, 1 out of. I guess I guess 2 out of. I'll give it 2. I'll be nice. I'll give it 2 out of 5. I mean, it should have been a 6-woman tag. Would have got me way more interested in the fight. But yeah, so that's over with. Okay, so let's get to one of the. Actually, I'll get to the main events after. Let me talk about the rest. So we got the mixed tag match, Kaylen and Ziggler versus AJ and Big E. Now, I'm not a fan of Ziggler. Not really a Big E either, or AJ. AJ's a. We've all heard it before. Kaylen was the real reason I just watched the match, because I'm a fan of Kaylen. She's like one of the best divas they should buy so far in the WWE. Not that I say they should get more divas. I mean, the divas division is really, really gone down. But when it comes to Caitlyn, she's really the star. I mean, I'm glad the match ended the way it did because Ziggler, I guess, needs some redemption. Again, not really a Ziggler fan, but I'll give the match a 3 out of 5, just for the fact that he was good between the two, and Becky Lynch was just crazy. Especially when he did just flew on top of Ziggler. That was. Mm. But I digress. It was really a good pay per view SummerSlam. But let's see. Okay, so our main events for tonight. We got the Best versus the Beast. Now let me just say, I'm ever since CM Punk turned heel, mm, I just lost interest. I didn't really like him after what he's done with Undertaker. That was really disrespectful, storyline or not. But and I kind of really, even though he turned back face, I didn't really care. I was like, oh, it's woo. But I think this match really got me back, really got me become a CM Punk fan again. This match did it for me. This match, 5 out of 5. Now, that being said, I knew Brock Lesnar was gonna win this match, but I knew he was gonna win. But CM Punk gave him one. I think he gave him a worse spin than Triple H Extreme Rules. That's how good the match was. And I actually thought CM Punk had him a few times, but at the end, when he pinned Punk with the F5 off the chair, I just knew that was the end of the match. It was a good ending. It was a good match. It was like 40 minutes. It was so, man. It was without what I think it was the match of the, well, one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night. But I know this feud is far from over. They're gonna go, same with the Triple H, go 3 matches, hopefully with Punk prevailing somehow, or I don't know. I just know that it was a really good match. It was so good. I don't think there's more I can say about that match. How the fact it was so good. I mean, I could talk about all the stuff that happened, but everyone, you guys saw it. You know what I'm talking about. But the chair, the F5 to the chair in the ring was the clink. It was the hype. Was the climax of that match. I thought it was really good. But now let's talk about the main event. Now, for those of you who don't know yet, I am a big Cena fan. Have been since like 2004, and the match, it was very good. Definitely a 5 out of 5. It was the best match. I think Brian really did give it to Cena. Now I kind of knew in the back of my head. I didn't want that, but I kind of knew Cena might lose that night, whether it was because of Randy Orton or it was a really good match between the two. You know what? If Cena lost because Daniel Bryan actually made him tap out because of that elbow injury, or there was a bigger finish, I would not be as ticked off as I am, or disappointed. Because that match ended with a running knee to the head. That's how that match ended. He did that to Cena. 1, 2, 3. And I was just devastated. I was pissed the hell off because a tap out or something would have been so much better. Why? Because, God, you've Cena haters are probably going livid right now, probably at the time of your lives, but even you guys gotta admit that the end of the match was horrible. God, 4 out of 5 stars. I changed my mind to that. God, I hated that match. It was so good until that ending. Ugh. So, yeah, it was a good match. Cena really gave. It was. I don't know what they're gonna do with Cena now that he's out of the title picture again. But it was a good title reign. He had some good matches. I give Bryan credit where credit's due. He beat Cena clean like everyone wanted to. I'll give it to him. I wouldn't mind watching Bryan being champion for a while. You probably give Cena something else to do. But then, this is where the clincher. So Randy Orton comes out, and now I thought he was actually going to cash it out. That was going to tease again when he raised up that briefcase. What would have been better for Orton if they should have done this, when if Cena and Bryan did have their rematch, they would have had that probably Night Champions, and then he'd cash it in. Then that would have been a bit better in my eyes. But Bryan was really teasing him to get in the ring, and then Triple H comes from behind, pedigrees him, he's knocked out, and then Orton cashes in, and now he's the. I believe they're going with the corporate champion in this case. He's the new corporate champion, kind of like when Orton's an evolution thing. There's a lot of things going around. I can't wait for Tonight's Raw to see what actually happens. Overall, the pay per view out of ten, I give it a good solid 8. I mean, despite the ending of the last match. But again, hey, my opinions. That's what I really thought of the match. But tell me what you guys thought of the SummerSlam. What do you thought of the matches? What do you thought of the whole pay per view? Leave your comments. Tell me your thoughts and opinions. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll put my Facebook link so y'all can chat. And yeah, this has been my SummerSlam review for August of 2013. I'll see you guys soon for my Raw review, and have a good day. This has been Tyrant Gaming Entertainment, and I'm signing off.